log into your new switch, and or you can get into the switch login. Then whatever you want, you can configure or you can initialize your switch. So for that purpose, so how to do it in real-time mode? So here, first we have to select the switch, new switch. Then what you want? You want a end device, any one end device. Okay, so I will select one PC or laptop, or I can use a laptop here. So in real time, you want to initialize or set up your switch. What to do it in locally, not remotely. You want to locally. You want to log into your switch. That means you need a laptop. So once you fix all these two devices, so you make a connection called console connection. So the console connection is very important to log into the switch. So for that, you see that I double click here. You see that RS-232 port is, it will display the RS-232 port. This is a serial port. So any console means at PC side you have to use a serial port. RS-232 is a serial port, whereas you see that in switch side the console port, dedicated console port is given. So you have to select the console port. So once you have to select at both ends, so it will, connection will automatically establish. Okay, physical connection is established. So you want to make it as active. What to do? From laptop end, you have to double click it, and you see that the pop-up window will open. So in this, in a virtual setup, they given lot of tools, but in your Windows, no, Windows 7 other things, you have to go into accessories. In that accessories, they are given the terminal emulation software is given. Okay, same thing it is given in this Cisco packet tracer. So I have to select the desktop here. So in this desktop, there are various default, various inbuilt tools are given. So in order to establish the console setup, here I have to use the tool called terminal emulation tool. So this is the third tool we can call as terminal emulation. So I have to select this one. So now I double click it. You see that the configuration will be listed. So you have to set all these parameters before you have to enter into the new switch. So these are the basic parameters. That is, first thing is bits per second is always 9600. That's enough. So it given lot of settings. Bits per second rates are given: 1200, 2400, 4800, 9600, 19200, 38400, 57600, 115200. So all different bit sets are given. By default, you want to enter into switch 9600 is enough. Okay, that is called default setting. And data bit, you see that data bit is 5 is given, 6, 7, 8. 8 is enough. 8 bits we are using. So parity. So even parity, odd parity, none or mark or space are given. What you have to select is none. Then stop bit, 1 or 1.5 or 2. 1 is default. Then flow control. You see that hardware flow control, or you can give a none. So these are the basic settings you have to apply before you have to enter into the switch mode, right? So then if you then you select all these parameters, then you click select OK. Now you see that it automatically, now I can enter into switch mode, new switch mode. I can enter into or log in into switch. So what is the first mode? You see that the prompt, you get a switch greater than, that is called a user mode. So this is a user mode. By default, once you establish the console connection, you enter into your user mode. Okay, after that you enter into your user mode. So next, what you have to do? You have to go into your privilege mode. That is important. So for that, I have to use a command called enable. So basically any switch, there are three modes are there. First one is a user mode. So it's a simple user mode means you cannot do anything, but you have to see that help command. You can use help command and see what are the commands. Wait. It's, now it's come to a normal mode. So you give a question mark. So it will list what are the commands we can use that user mode. So you can the commands they given show command, terminal, trace route, exit, disconnect, disable, connect. So all these commands we can apply at the user mode, but we cannot configure anything at the user mode. Okay, so you want to first you see that 1 2 3 4th command, turn on privilege command. You want to we want to enter into the privilege means you have to use a command called enable, and show, that means whatever things configured in this switch, by using that command you can see the configuration. For that purpose show command is you are using. For example, show, give a question mark and it gives various commands. You see that show ARP, show clock, show flash, show history, show interfaces, show IP, privilege session, SSH, TCP, users, show VLANs. Lot of things are given here. For example, show clock. I will list. So it will show the what is the time. Now again user show history. So all the previous histories, what are things you are used in this prompt. So all these things it will listed by using show history. Okay, then show version. So what is the version of this hardware? So everything it will listed. You see that Cisco iOS version 12.2, release software and copyright. So compiled details. Then it will what is the base element MAC address, power supply serial number, motherboard serial number, model numbers, system serial numbers. So everything. So by using a show version, we can get all the details of hardware of switch, right? So that is the purpose. So at user mode, so only the basic commands we can use. We can read the things. We can get the information of your default settings of your hardware. So for that we can use the command, some of the commands called show command, by getting all the details of the hardware. But if you want to configure, so you have to use a, you have to enter into privilege mode. So you have to enter a enable. So use the command called enable. So next you see that now it come to the prompt called hash prompt. So hash prompt means it is a privilege mode. Yeah. So first by default, if you enter into any new switch, it come to the prompt called user prompt. So only thing is you can check the configuration, that's all, by using basic commands. But we cannot configure anything at the user prompt. So what to do? You have to enable, give enable, and you have to enter into a privilege mode. Okay. So in that privilege mode, I will give a, you see that question mark. So it will list what are the execute commands we can use in this mode. We can use clear, clock, connect, copy, debug, delete, DIR, disable, disconnect, enable, erase a file system, delete a file, configure, enter the configuration mode. Then you can send a ping. If you want to test anything, connectivity means you have to use connect in the, you have to check only in the privilege mode only. Then resume setup, then show running system informations. Then open a telnet connection means, so we need you have to enter into the privilege mode. So only in privilege mode you can able to do telnet connection establishment, and other, if you want to test any connectivity checkup means you have to use the ping command, or you want to copy any file means you can do that one. And terminal, set terminal line parameters, trace route, everything it is possible in the privilege mode. Second, for example, I will show it. So running config mode. So these are the setup. These are the initial setup I made in this, previously made in this switch. So that is called show running configs. So whatever configuration you made, it will list by a command called show running config. Okay. So suppose if you want to see, so what are the settings done in your switch? So what is the command to check the switch is show running config. Show running -config. That is a command. By using the command, you can able to see the details of your previously configured setup in your switch. So but which mode you have to use this command? So in privilege mode. So hash indicate privilege mode. So in the privilege mode, you have to type a command called show running -config. So it lists all the settings made in this switch. So you see that interfaces. So here's nothing we configured. No host name you configured. The host name is switch. By default name is, you see that it is switch. Here interface fast Ethernet. You are not configured any interface fast Ethernet 1, 2, 3. Then no. You are not yet configured anything in this switch. Okay. So next you have to enter into global configuration. So only that host name, IP configuration, interface configuration, everything it is possible only in configuration mode, global configuration. So how you can enter into global configuration mode? So I have to use a command called configure terminal. So this is a command. So first, if you switch on your switch, the first prompt it will you enter is user mode. So once you come into your user mode, you give a command called enable command. Once you provide a enable command, then you log in into your privilege mode. From privilege mode, you give a command called configure terminal. So now you enter into your global configuration mode. So in this mode, so I have to use a, as per unit 2, you see that